A shadowy Viking ship slices through icy Baltic waves. Suddenly, shouts. Enemy sails on the horizon. Will they make it? On-screen text blares. 9th century, Baltic Sea. Märta Svensdotter scans the threat with cold resolve. Her crew tightens armor, jaws set. With a sharp whistle, Märta signals defiance. Jarl Erik stomps to her side, shouting quick orders. The crew readies for battle. Rows of oars dip in perfect rhythm as the Vikings prepare to ram their foes. Fierce war cries echo across the waves. Enemy arrows rain down. Thunk, thunk. Märta ducks, wood splinters around her. Jarl Erik bellows, and the Vikings surge up, shields raised, protecting Märta. They brace for boarding. Abruptly, the enemy turns away, vanishing into fog. Relief, but questions remain. Why did they run? Cut to nighttime camp. Flames flicker on grim faces. Jarl Erik confides, "Not pirates, scouts. Someone knows we're here." Helga the Skald quietly sings. Her song asks, "Will new lands bring blood or silver?" Suspense hangs heavy. Morning. Märta stares across the cold, misty Baltic, her mind set on a bold goal, making trade, not war. On-screen text, Baltic coast, 852 AD. Märta leads her crew toward a distant settlement. Watchful eyes peer from the woods. A merchant caravan blocks their path. Livo, draped in Baltic colors, steps forward, arms spread in peace. "We seek trade, not conquest," Märta declares. Livo studies her, then nods. The air tingles with possibility. The two groups exchange guarded smiles. Weapons are lowered, but every movement is slow, calculated. Jarl Erik mutters warnings. Trade can turn to treachery. But Märta presses on, determined. Helga quickly sketches the scene, weaving a new saga in her mind. History might be changed tonight. Sudden shouts. A clash breaks out. Two rival traders argue hotly over a chest of amber. Tension spikes. Märta steps in fast, separating the angry men. She gives a fierce speech on unity and profit. Livo supports Märta, offering to split profits. The crowd calms, impressed by quick leadership. Smiles break out as trade resumes. Exotic furs, honey, and silver switch hands with measured cheer. Jarl Erik eyes mysterious figures in the shadows, deeply suspicious of spies or thieves. As dusk falls, Helga's music starts up, softening tempers. Stories and laughter echo among the trees. Märta confides to Helga. Her dream is a lasting trade route, not just a one-time deal. Livo brings Märta to see tribal leaders. Danger and opportunity blend into every handshake. Inside the chieftain's lodge, smoky air and tense silence. Märta delivers her proposal fiercely. The elders whisper, debate, and finally one nods. Trade is allowed, but only under strict alliance rules. On-screen text, alliance formed. The Vikings and Balts share roasted fish, sealing the pact with feasting and song. But tension lingers. Outside, nearby, someone watches the festivities, with unfriendly intent. Later, Jarl Erik warns Märta, "We have friends, but also new enemies. We must stay vigilant." Helga notes it all, her eyes shining with excitement. She knows a tale this big will outlive them all. Midnight. Märta paces by the shore, lost in thought. Is this the start of a new era, or the calm before a storm? Suddenly movement. A splash. Something is in the water, heading toward the ship. Märta grabs an axe and calls for Jarl Erik. Both dash toward the boat, senses on high alert. They peer over the side, revealing a message scratched into the hull in blood-red paint. Not welcome. Thunder rumbles. The future of this new alliance hangs by a thread. Will Märta's gamble survive the rising storm? On-screen text. To be continued. But who truly threatens Märta's mission? Watch Act 2, The Baltic Betrayal, for secrets and danger ahead. Lightning splits the sky. Märta stands by the "not welcome" sign, eyes narrowed, as thunder shakes the camp. Helga sings softly, her voice trembling. The crew gathers, anxious, clutching weapons in the howling wind. Suddenly Jarl Erik shouts, silencing all. He points to fresh footprints circling the camp. Someone has been watching them. Märta orders all torches snuffed out. In darkness, the crew hears whispers on the wind, unknown voices nearby. Levo slinks from the shadows, breathless. He says warriors from another tribe want the Vikings gone, or dead. All trade is cancelled. Märta refuses to retreat. She rallies her people, promising safe passage, or a fierce fight if attacked. A Baltic war horn blares across the water. Masked warriors rush the shore, shields gleaming in the stormlight. Helga shouts a warning, barely heard above the wind. Archers scramble to defend the ship with arrows ready. Levo pleads with Märta to flee, insisting the rival tribe will show no mercy. She hesitates, torn between escape and honor. Jarl Erik takes charge. He orders a defensive shield wall. The Vikings lock shields, bracing for attack. A blazing torch slices through darkness. Märta leaps into the fray as masked warriors storm the shore, battle cries echoing. Jarl Erik bellows, "Shield wall!" The Vikings slam shields together, bracing for impact under a flurry of arrows. The masked warriors ram the wall. Sparks and steel meet. Märta locks eyes with a masked attacker, sensing a deeper threat. Levo shouts from behind the lines, warning Märta, "There's more coming from the forest." The enemy's numbers swell. Helga sings a powerful, haunting skaldic verse, rallying Vikings. Their courage ignites, and the night rings with battle chants. Rain lashes down. Märta signals, "Fall back to the ship." Vikings struggle to resist, torn between retreat and pride. A Baltic chief unveils his face beneath the mask, an old rival of Jarl Erik's. Tension crackles. The past collides with the present. Jarl Erik and the Baltic chief shout insults in the ancient tongue. Vikings and warriors snarl, ready to fight to the last man. Outnumbered, Märta pleads for reason, but the chief refuses peace. Arrows rain, and chaos erupts anew. A blazing tree falls into camp, scattering fighters. Märta seizes the moment. She leads her people to the ship. With enemies in pursuit, Helga tosses a burning brand behind, sowing panic in the enemy ranks. Levo helps hoist wounded Vikings aboard. Jarl Erik covers the rear, axe swinging, fending off assailants. The battered Viking ship launches, oars chopping the stormy sea. Märta shouts for speed as arrows thud into the hull. Masked warriors chase the departing ship, one leaping onto the deck. In a blur, Märta fights him off, blade flashing. On deck, Jarl Erik and Märta slam the warrior overboard. A tense silence falls as the shore fades into darkness. Rain eases. Helga tends the wounded, singing prayers. Vikings exchange worried glances. Victory feels hollow. Levo, shaken but alive, hands Märta a Baltic amulet. "You've earned respect, but beware, many are watching." Jarl Erik lingers at the stern, remembering his history with the Baltic chief. He fears more battles await. Helga quietly records the saga, carving runes into wood. She eyes Märta. There are new tales to tell. The storm breaks. A rainbow appears. Fragile hope. The battered Vikings mourn lost friends but savor survival. Märta surveys the scattered survivors. She vows to protect her people, no matter the trials ahead. Suddenly, a distant sail appears on the horizon. Friend or foe? Tension surges through the exhausted crew. Jarl Erik raises his axe. "Prepare!" The crew readies quietly, every breath on edge. Helga's voice breaks the silence. Every end is a new beginning. Märta's eyes narrow, ready for whatever comes. Levo warns the foreigners may not be traitors. Baltic waters swallow the careless. Suspicion lingers. Deep in the hold, Helga hides her rune-carved planks. "Stories live on," she murmurs, voice trembling with hope. Suddenly, a warning flag is raised on the approaching ship, red as blood. Fear chills the Vikings anew. Märta snaps. "Ready the defenses!" Swords and axes appear once more as adrenaline surges. The strange ship veers suddenly, not attacking, but circling. What is its purpose? Curiosity collides with dread. Jarl Erik peers through a spyglass. "Too well armed for traitors," he mutters. Folk tales of pirate kings swirl in memory. A horn blast across the water, no quarter given. Fighter silhouettes brandish spears on the rival deck. Helga's harp silences. She senses prophecy at play. Märta sets her jaw, refusing to yield. Levo eyes the dark ship. Those are northern sails. Märta recalls legends of Norse raiders in these waters. The foreign ship signals for parley. Märta breathes out, torn between hope and caution. The crew waits, silent. Jarl Erik whispers to Märta, "We trade or we die." Decision time hangs heavy as the flag shifts in morning wind. Märta steels herself. Her next choice could forge peace or spark a new war. The crew braces, awaiting her call.